and Nathan Hindeker at 6'3". And so that should be interesting there between Smits and the big guys.
Bergman did a nice job yesterday really trying to match up and do a good job in the middle, and you had to be pretty proud of the performance that he had there. But it does make those guys have to work a lot more, and to be able to play 4 quarters after playing yesterday, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they can make that happen. Abington on the other side played Jacksonville okay, but just kind of fell behind by about 10 points and just never could catch up yesterday.
Well, and that was about the same way in the Brown County game. We talk about the likenesses here. Brown County, once we hit that 10 points in the Brown County and West Hancock game, Brown County fought back a couple of times to within like 5 points, but then it seemed to stretch back out again, and they'd lose ground. And so with that, that's going to be what's going on there. As we look at the stat sheets this morning, updated by Coach Smits, and we appreciate him giving those to us this morning. Brown County from 2-point range is hitting 50% on the year. The big man there for Brown County in the 2-point area really is Smits and Hindeker, just shooting 53%. Free throw percent went up a little bit yesterday, 64.9%, and although it didn't pay great dividends yesterday for them because they shot so few free throws yesterday, just getting that percentage up in big games is going to help them. And here's the big one in 3-point land. Brown County dropped from 25% down to 22% because they didn't make a single three-pointer yesterday. And as Coach Smith says, that's not where we want to be shooting the basketball. We want to be shooting the basketball in the paint a little bit more and taking good, high-quality, high-percentage shots. The biggest thing I saw yesterday, Jack, as we take a look at the Yuengling and Nissen keys to the game, they offer unparalleled service, competitive quotes to clients throughout the entire state of Illinois and Missouri. Yuengling and Nissen Agency, 111 West Washington and Mount Sterling. Call 773-3397 or on the web at ynagency.com. Let's talk about those keys to the game.
I think one of the big keys to the game for Brown County is consistency and making things happen in the flow of the game. Nathan Hindeker has a tendency to kind of push himself and try to do a little bit too much. When he's in the flow of the game, he can knock down 20, 25 points without any problem whatsoever. But when he starts forcing things, he gets a little frustrated. On the other side, Camden Smith has to put a complete game together. Yesterday, he had most of his points in the second half. In fact, I think like 15 to 17 points in the second half, and you need a more consistent scoring out of him. And then Bergman is going to have to play like he did yesterday, but stay out of foul trouble because they're going to need those three really making some things happen. They'll be having a little different look now the rest of the season with this team as they've had a few changes happen, and so scoring will come from different places. And I think one of the things that you have to talk about, too, is young people who are playing high school sports need to understand it's not about me. It's about the team. And whenever it becomes about me, then the focus goes in a different direction. And Coach Smits is trying to build that team philosophy together with these guys like Coach Hoots has had for many years at Brown County. And so it is important for these young people to play their roles and when they're on the bench to support the other guys. When I was watching Macomb play yesterday, they have not won a game yet, but every guy on the bench, Jeremy Anderson's got every guy rooting for the other guys on their team on every single play, and I think that makes a tremendous difference in what will happen in this game for Brown County as they come together here at about the halfway mark of the season.
And I know that's just Smith's philosophy because even during the JV games, he wants his varsity players behind the bench, not on their phones, not with tunes in their ears. He wants them supporting that JV team and supporting the other people that are out there. And like any high school coach, yesterday was the exception with West Hancock. We saw 6 ball players on the floor yesterday for West Hancock, and that's all we saw. That is the rarity today in high school sports, is seeing 6 ball players on the floor. Normally it's 8 to 10 to 12 players, depending on the squad, because you've got specialists. Just like with Brown County at the end of the ball game yesterday, when the ball went out of bounds and it was Abington's ball, you had 2 defensive ball players, even with the game out of hand, going in the ball game, trying to create that atmosphere. You have a role, and you're good at this role.
I think the other thing Brown County's got to do is keep this score in the 40s and low 50s. I think that's a better game for them. I actually think Coach Jones from Abington kind of likes that game too. I do not expect a 9 o'clock in the morning 78-75 basketball game. Brown County played one of those against West Central and played very well. But you got to have 3 guys scoring 20 points in a game in that situation, and that's not going to happen very often.
Well, you're listening to the Scranton Heating and Cooling pregame show. Call the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling in Mount Sterling. They will install Trina Mitsubishi equipment, service all geothermals, furnaces, air conditioners, heat pumps, and ductless mini split systems. Call the Comfort Man at 217-773-2626 or visit them on the web. Well, we're just minutes from the ball game starting. We'll take another station break. This is BCHornetsports.com, your source for Brown County sports. Steve Surratt, Jack Holt back with you on BCHornetsports.com, your source for Brown County sports. It'll be Brown County against Abingdon-Avon, the Tornadoes this morning. 9 o'clock game here in Macomb at Western Hall. And a beautiful facility here. We're setting up, I guess you'd call this a catwalk, Jack, here on top. Getting a better view. Press row, to give you a visual here, press row looks like you would see in the NBA or college basketball. It's right down on the floor, and the tendency there is you have officials, you have players, you have coaches, you have everybody kind of walking in front of you down there, and so Jack got us this nice vantage point up here on top where you can really see how things are developing a lot better and really no one in your way up here.
Actually, I got to tell you, Steve, many years ago working at the Jacksonville radio station, I worked where the LL and the KK is. There's a little press box that used to be up there, and we actually worked from there for a super sectional game one year, and it was kind of an interesting look. We've worked on press row a lot of times, but once again, the big thing is you got so much of everybody in front of you, and you just really have trouble. Sometimes a referee in that full trip down the court will be right in front of you, and it's kind of hard to call the play-by-play. Now, if somebody sits up here in this last row, it can be about the same way. I had some guys join us yesterday that sat and visited pretty much the whole time, and it made it a little bit tougher, but you've got a little higher stool today, so you ought to be able to have a good vantage point, and we're going to work on making sure that you know what's going on in the game, how much time's left, if your grandchild scored a point or two or whatever's happened there, and be positive with this Brown County Hornet team and hope that they get to play in Brophy Hall on Saturday morning. And they've kind of drawn that early thing. I think you'd be at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning again. And, Steve, I do want to tell you this ahead of time. The chances of me being here at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning probably aren't real good, but we'll work on that later. But, you know, Wayne Ader and his wife used to do broadcast all the time, and I know Lisa could keep the stats for you with no problem.
Well, I don't know about that, but I know we've got some people that we could probably get a hold of. We wish Kevin Dieterle and Colin, I hope they have a fun trip down.
I just hope it's not raining in Florida.
I hope so, that young man's getting to play some baseball down there. It's about time for the starting lineups this morning. And let's see, are we doing the Star Spangled Banner this morning, Jack?
Probably not. They usually do it in the evening session normally.
Okay. Here's your starting lineup for the Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes. You've got Lucas Tinkham. He's a guard, junior, 6 foot, 175 pounds. At the other guard will be Graham Strews. He's a guard, junior, 6 foot, 160 pounds. One of your forwards will be Nick Ennis, a guard, or I should say forward, junior, 6 foot, 175. Caden Moore, senior, 6'4", 180 pounds. And then your center probably will be Ryan Adolphson, a junior, 6'4", 200 pounds. For Brown County, the starting lineup for today will be Camden Smith. He'll play your forward position at 6'2", and a senior. Bain Woodward, 6'1", senior, will be your other forward. Nathan Hindeker, 6'3", junior, will be your center today. Your guards, well, I should say not for sure, Brady Bergman, 6'2", a senior, and Tate Fullerton, a freshman, will be starting today as he gets his first start on the varsity level today. A little change up for Brown County. I will tell you that Mr. Fullerton is third on the list for assist, and he's played 2 fewer varsity games and a whole lot less minutes than anybody else on the floor. That he does a good job of moving the basketball around for Brown County.
If you want to be a basketball player in the area, apparently your first name needs to be Tate. Tate Kunzman from Griggsville doing a good job, and then Tate Fullerton here. So kind of excited about seeing these freshmen play.
And I got to double check if somebody can send me a thing on MixLR. I'm not sure Tate is his first name. I wrote that down this morning.
I thought it was Bryce yesterday, but you may have changed that.
Okay. And we've got a jump at center, and it'll be Adolphson and Hindeker, and Brown County takes control of the ball. It'll be Fullerton bringing it up left-hand side to Woodward. Woodward back out to Bergman at the top of the key. Pass over to Fullerton on the right. Looking for somebody to pass to. Top of the key. Hindeker, he drives. Pulls back up to Fullerton. To Schmitz from the foul line. No good. First shot for Brown County. Rebound, Shrews. He gets it down the floor to Tinkham. He puts up the layup, and it is no good. Rebound finally ends up in Ennis. Back to the top of the key to start things. Strews is going to run the offense for Abingdon this morning.
Can't give up those offensive rebounds like Brown County did yesterday. Important.
And a left-handed shooter from the top of the key is Moore. It's no good, and the ball goes out of bounds as Tinkham tries to save that ball. It'll be Brown County's ball, and we'll see. No score. 7-14 here in the first quarter on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Fullerton brings the ball down. Left-hand side to Hindeker. Outside the arc. He drives toward the arc. Back out to Smith to Bergman. Bergman feeds it down low to Woodward, but it gets away from him. We're coming back the other way. Tinkham down low to Ennis. Ennis tries to make a layup there, and he's fouled before he puts up the shot.
No, Ennis is going to be called for the offensive foul, in fact. That'll be his team first. Turnover number 1 against Abingdon. It'll be Brown County basketball at the 6:53 mark of the first quarter, and no score here. It's a pitching duel so far in the ballgame.
So far, nice job by Bergman to draw that foul. Fullerton to the right side to Woodward. Woodward looking on the top of the key to Hindeker. Hindeker left side to Fullerton. Fullerton dribbles, throws it in the middle. Bergman short jumper, good. Nice job of Bergman getting open like he did yesterday. Nice little jump shot, about a 6-footer. And it'll be Abingdon bringing the ball up. Mara will bring up the ball for Abingdon. He brings it out front to Olsen. Over to Tinkham. Tinkham to the top of the key to Strews. Strews down low. Moore into Adolson, and it's going to be Moore from the top of the key. No good. His second three-pointer, no good. And Fullerton brings it back the other way over to Smits, and the ball is blocked by Adolson, I believe, on that. No. It was Moore that made the block. And did they call a charge on that? It looks like they called the charge, and that'll be a charge on Camden Smits.
His first, team first, turnover number 2.
5:59 left here in the first quarter, and it is Brown County 2 and Abington nothing. Ball inbounded to Tinkham. And it's Hindekergarden, him bringing it up. Still not in the front court yet. Strohs with the ball, gets it across the timeline, and he gets it down in the corner to Moore. Moore drives toward the lane, back out front to Tinkham. Nobody open. Good defense by Brown County at this point. Ball given to Strohs, and he kicks the ball, and they're going to call a foul on Tate, or on Fullerton on the play.
Fullerton's first, team second. It'll be ball out of bounds for Abingdon-Avon, right in front of the scorer's bench. 5:31 left first quarter on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Brown County with a 2-0 lead in the early going here. But both teams having a little bit of trouble at 9 o'clock in the morning, kind of getting things rolling. We'll be at the Winchester tournament on the 5th of January, starting with a 9 o'clock game and 8 games that day. So lots of basketball coming your way in the next couple of weeks.
Tinkham brings it out front to Adolson. Adolson over to Moore. Moore down low to Ennis. Moore drives the lane, shoots left-handed, and the shot is going to be good, and I believe it's going to be a foul on Woodward on that play, and that'll be the first of his for this ball game.
His first, team third, the and one coming the way here, and that is for Mayer, I do believe.
And into the ball game is Fuquay, and Smits is going to take a seat for a minute and take a break here.
So, M-A-H-R, Mayer, Caden Mayer is the man putting the ball up. The left-hander puts it up, no good. Rebound comes off the other way, and that is to Fuquay.
Okay, Hindeker brings the ball down on the right side, spins, moves in the lane, and no good. Rebound on the other side of Tinkham. Tinkham gets the ball down to Strohs, and Strews, puts the ball up, and it ends up out of bounds.
Yeah, missed the layup that time, shot a little hard off the backboard, and on the rebound, nobody could control it. Hindeker will inbound to Fullerton, and the freshman really kind of showing some poise out here in the early going, bringing the ball up the front court.
On the left-hand side to Woodward, on top of the key to Bergman. That's Brady Bergman. Fullerton on the right side now. He's moving all over the place. Hindeker at the top of the key, drives the lane, pulls up, and looking for somebody. Woodward back. Hindeker going to reset the offense. Left-hand side to Woodward. Being guarded over there by Mayer. Hindeker right-hand side underneath to Bergman, and that's Bergman's 4 points and Brown County's 4 points. It's 4-2 with 4:28 left on the Cass Communication clock. And that'll be Tinkham bringing the ball up for Abington. Guarded by Hindeker, goes to the left-hand side, feeds it down low to Strews. Strews puts up a three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Bergman off to Fullerton, and he's going to bring it up the floor.
Bergman got pushed on that rebound, but was able to maintain it because of his strength and take care of the basketball. At the 4-minute mark of the first quarter, Brown County 4-2. Woodward with the ball on the left wing, looks down low on the elbow, throws it down low to Bergman, turnaround shot up, and good.
6
Bergman
points.
Got all 6.
Bergman 6 points, and Abington 2 with 3:50 left on the clock. And that's okay. Coach is loving we're shooting those 6-footers out there and making them. Hindeker steals the ball from Tinkham, in for the layup, and no, it's stripped. And let's see, no, they're going to say ball out of bounds by Abington. But a nice pick away by Hindeker on that to get the ball.
Hindeker tried the larceny in the layup, but couldn't get the layup done as the defensive man in Abington continued on the play. It'll be Brown County basketball. 3:39 left in the first quarter. 6-2 Brown County trying to add to that.
Ball inbound to Bergman, but it gets away from him, and he's going to be out of bounds on the far side of the court there, and so it'll be a turnover for Brown County in the ball game.
Yeah, you just need to relax and get the ball in at the first open spot. Sometimes you wait 2 or 3 times, then you're getting close to that 4 count, and this time he threw it to the sideline, did Woodward, and out of bounds, and that's a turnover, the third of the ball game against Brown County.
Jones in for Ennis on the Abingdon-Avon side of things, and that'll be Jones bringing the ball up for Abingdon. He's built a lot like Fullerton, small guard, and it'll be Strohs to the top to Maris. Maris down low to Adolphson, and a layup for him. Nice job underneath by Adolphson, the big man. 3:16 left on the clock. 6-4, Brown County over Abingdon. Fullerton brings the ball into the front court, guarded by Jones. To Hinneker on the right-hand side. He drives the lane, hop and a skip and a layup, and in and out, no good. And it's tipped by Fuquay to Woodward, and he tries to go in the lane, and he goes down and misses the shot, and I believe he's probably got a hurt ankle there, Jack.
Yeah, he looks like he's having trouble with the ankle. I'm a little surprised. It looks like they're going to give the ball to Abingdon, and I kind of thought the ball was blocked on that play, and it would have been Brown County's ball. Woodward a little out of control there and missed the shot. Not a turnover. Brown County 3 of 8, 2 of 7 is Abingdon. Pretty normal shooting on a 9 o'clock game. The trainer from McDonough District Hospital is here to take a look at the young man. And Brown County already a little short on the bench, and Camden Smith has been on the bench for a while. But they've checked the new man in. So Hindeker is out there, and I'm looking. That's Buss out on the ball in the ball game also, along with Fuquay, Bergman. And the fifth man is Fullerton, as it looks like they've already got the substitute in. Woodward's still on the floor there. And say a little quick prayer for him to be okay. The trainer is bringing him up a little bit slow there as he hurt looks like the right ankle as he's talking to him a little bit. And you always want to take your time when you get up from that injury and make sure that you're going to be okay.
Well, we'll let the people know while they're looking at him about being in Trucking Incorporated. They're locally owned and operated since 1999 with a family-oriented, family values approach to business. If you need something hauled or want to be part of their team as a driver, owner, operator, call B&N Trucking 217-289-3555, and the highest quality fencing is wrought iron fencing. There's no product that lasts longer, not welded wire, not wood, not vinyl. Our Rustic Garden makes historic style wrought iron fencing and gates to fit your forever home. 100, 200 years, who knows how long wrought iron fencing will last. Check out our rusticgarden.com. Woodward being helped off by a couple of the Brown County players, and you were talking about Camden Smith being on the bench. He already has 2 fouls already here with 2:56. He got those probably about 3 minutes or so into the quarter, and so he's taking a minute to sit. That's awful early to have 2 fouls already.
Yeah, and they may have to bring him off the bench pretty soon if they can't continue to play competitively. But right now they hold a 6-4 lead, and I told you, low scoring in usually that first game of the day, and that's what it has been so far. Tinkham with the basketball, and he'll bring it into the front court for the Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes.
Takes it down the left-hand side. Olsen sets a nice pick for him, comes back to the right. Top of the key to Mayer. Back over to Tinkham. Jones driving the lane, feeds it off to Adolphson. He bullies his way and travels before he...
No, they're going to call an offensive foul on him. That'll be turnover number 3. I actually thought Adolphson traveled way before he committed the foul, so that'll be his first of the game and the second against Abingdon. He really took a couple of steps before he ran over the guy, but he was bound determined he was going to get in there, and Bergman held his ground. And Brown County with the basketball at the 2:30 mark with a 6-4 lead on the offensive attack.
Buss in the ball game for Brown County. It's Fullerton under the basket, tries to make that one extra pass down to Fuquay, and it's a turnover back the other direction. Tinkham gets the ball knocked away by Hindeker, and it's Fullerton back the other direction for Brown County. Fullerton short, 10-foot jumper, no good. Rebound by Mayer. Gets down to Tinkham, or I should say, ball ends up in Adolphson's hands, and he ends up getting fouled by Fuquay. Chance Fuquay just hammers him in the lane, and that's going to be 2 shots.
Yeah, his first, 4th team, 2 free throws to come the way of Abingdon. They're 0 for 1 from the free throw line, and it will be Ryan Adolphson with the shots. He's got a chance to tie the ball game. We have not been tied yet. First one is up and short, and he'll get another.
Start your subscription to the Democrat Message at our office at 123 West Main Street, or call 773-3371.
2:07 left in the quarter. 6-4 Brown County. Make it 6-5 as Adolson makes the second, and it's a 1-point game. Brown County with full court pressure being brought against them by Abington, and now Hendricker can't get it in, and Brown County will call the timeout. We'll take it to 30-second timeout. We're back with more 6-5 Brown County with more after this.
Buss inbounds the ball to Henniker. Henniker back to Buss on the left-hand side. Buss in for Woodward. Henniker brings it across the timeline into the front court. Drives the lane, pulls up at the free throw line. Short jumper, it is good. And it is Brown County 8 and Abington 5 with 1:46 left here in the first quarter. Henniker strips the ball again away from Tinkham, and the ball goes out of bounds.
That was the first basket by anybody but Berkman, so Hendricker with these first two of the game, an 8-5 Brown County lead at the 1:43 mark. Coach Smits may not like everything that's going on, but he likes the tempo of this game right now, I think.
They're under control. Olsen gets the ball inbounds, and it's going to be Strews that brings the ball up for Abington. Gets the ball across the timeline. Over to Jones outside the three-point arc on the right side. Back to Strews in the corner, and then to Jones. He puts up the three. Rebound Mares, and he gets the 2 points on the follow-up. 1:20 left here in the first quarter, and it's Brown County 8 and Abington 7.
Strews with his fourth point of the game.
Henniker leisurely brings the ball up for Brown County.
Or make it Mayer, my mistake.
Tate Fullerton going to reset the offense for Brown County. Guarded by Jones, the left-hand or right-hand side to Buss. Buss cross court to Fullerton on the backside, in for the layup, and it's blocked by Jones, but he got part of the arm instead of just the ball. And so Fullerton's going to go to the line 4-2 with 56 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Foul goes against Jones. That'll be his first. Team foul number 3. 2 free throws for Brown County, their first 2. Fullerton will shoot them. They lead 8-7 to the 56.3 second mark. First one up by Fullerton is good. You always like to see the young guys making free throws.
Wirtz into the ball game, and that's going to bring Strews out of the ball game for Abington.
9-7 Brown County. They've led since the get-go, 2-0 and 4-2. And they've led by as much as 4. Second one up by Fullerton is good. He's got 2 points on the day, and Brown County's lead back to 3.
Tinkham will bring the ball up for Abington. Guarded by Henniker on the front side. Over to Jones. Jones with the dribble. Back to Wirtz, top of the key. It'll be Mayer back out to Jones at the top of the key. Then it'll be Tinkham down low to Adolson. Short layup or a turnaround jumper, and it's good for the 6'4 center. With 30 seconds left here in the first quarter, it's Brown County 10 and Abington 9, and the ball goes out of bounds off of the Brown County player, and it'll go back the other direction. 5 turnovers for Brown County already in this ball game, and we're not even through one quarter yet. We talked yesterday, they needed to kind of stop that from happening. Tinkham to Jones on the right side, back to Wirtz on top of the key. Mayer on the left-hand side. He's going to bring it top of the key, give it to Wirtz. Wirtz looking for a pick, doesn't get it. Over to Jones on the right-hand side. And he takes a three-point shot, no good. And it's going to be the end of the quarter. At the end of one quarter of play, it's Brown County 10 and Abington 9 here at the Macomb tournament. We'll be back after these messages.
10-9 in favor.
Yeah, sorry, Jack. Go ahead.
10-9 in favor of Brown County. They're shooting 4 of 10, 40%. Have not shot a 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 4 of 11 Abington, 36%. 0 of 5 from the arc, and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. It's Abington basketball looking for their first lead.
Jones on the right-hand side drives toward the lane. Back out to Wirtz at the three-point line on the right side. Gives it to Mayer. Mayer to Tinkham. Tinkham down low to Adolson. He can't get a shot off. Nice defense. Three-pointer by Jones, and it is good. And for the first time, Abington takes the lead, 12-10 over Brown County with 7:30 left here in the second quarter of play. Hindeker leisurely brings the ball up for Brown County. Over to Fullerton on the left-hand side. He's looking low. Bergman down low in the post. Give and go, he's saying. And Fullerton goes up and can't get the basket. It was blocked out of bounds by Abington on the play. And the young man getting some instruction from a veteran there. Come low and let me do the give and go.
Yeah, he just got caught underneath the basket that time, but he did a good job staying with it.
Bergman to Buss. Buss back out front to Hindeker. Got Hindeker, Fuquay. Bergman, Hindeker with the dribble. No shot. Gives it out to Buss on the left-hand side. To Fullerton, top of the key. They're going to reset the offense. To Hindeker on the left-hand side. Bergman's low on the post. Fuquay, top of the key. Fullerton on the right side, down low to Bergman. Bergman, turnaround jumper, no good. First shot he's missed, I believe. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it's Brown County's ball, but I think that went off a Fuquay last there. Brown County gets a break to
I think the key for Brown County right now is they need to get some more people involved in the offense. Bergman and Hindeker, and then 2 free throws by Fullerton. But some of these other guys need to look to score a little bit more.
And if you notice, those guys are the guys that are moving on the floor and doing a lot of moving. So you need to move without the basketball and make some good moves. Hindeker, left-hand side jumper, and it's good. Tie ball game, 12-12. 6:29 left here in the second quarter action as Tinkham brings the ball back up for Abington on the Cass Communication scoreboard.
Second time we've been tied at 2 and at 12 now, but Brown County had the lead, and we've had one lead change so far.
Far side to Jones for a three-pointer. In and out, no good. Hindeker thought he had the rebound. Now Tinkham has it back out front to Jones. He's going to drive the lane, pull up for the short jumper, and it's good, and he's going to be fouled on the play, and I believe that is 4. Buss is going to get the foul on the play.
Buss is first, team 5th. Free throw, the and one coming the way of Jones, who has 5 points here in about the last 30 seconds. He gives his team the 14-12 lead and shooting for their biggest lead of the ball game right now. 1 for 3 from the free throw line is Abington. Make them 2 for 4 now, and a 3-point lead for the Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes.
Buss brings the ball up on the right-hand side. Tinkham on him, gets it to Fullerton. Fullerton drives the lane, feeds over to Bergman, in for the layup. 15-14, Abington over Brown County. Brown County now back within 1. Brings the ball up the other way. Jones gives it out front to Mayer. Mayer gives it to Tinkham on the right-hand side. Over to Jones, top of the key. He's going to drive the lane, pulls back up, and Tinkham says, let me shoot a 3. Nope, no good. Rebound. Oh, nice job by Mayer there, as Bergman was right behind him, and he put it in Bergman's lap, and Bergman was in the air and came out of bounds.
Key thing is when you think you're going to have the basketball, don't wait for it to go out of bounds. Go grab it, and then you know you've got the ball.
Tinkham, top of the key. Mayer, three-point lane on the right side, and drives the lane, pulls up and shoots a left-hander, and it's good, and it's 17-14. Abington over Brown County, 5:20 left on the clock. Hindeker back the other direction on the left side.
Mayor's got 6 here in the second quarter.
Fullerton, top of the key, resets the offense. Down low to Fuquay, give and go to Fullerton. No shot. Bergman, top of the key, back to Buss on the left-hand side. Brown County running the offense. Hindeker now with the ball on the right-hand side, drives towards the foul line, pulls back up, spins, and he's still going to try to go to the bucket, and he traveled in the process. He was determined he was going to shoot that ball, Jack.
Yeah, that time he just forced things instead of letting it be in the flow. 6th turnover against Brown County now, and Fuquay will sit down into the ball game for the first time. Seth Fisher. Haven't seen Seth, I don't think, so far in the tournament, and he is a 5'9 junior, so he's got some big shoes to fill. Also, Hindeker sits down, and Smith's back in the ball game.
Ball on the Tinkham to the left-hand side of the court. Nice pick by Mayer. Mayer ends up with the ball. 3-point left-handed shot. No good. Rebound. Bergman gives it to Fullerton. He's going to force the ball up for Brown County. Smith's on the left-hand side. Back to the top of the key to Buss. Right-hand side to Fisher. Fullerton, top of the key. Back left-hand side to Buss. Smith's bounce pass by Buss, and not a good pass. And we go back the other way. And that's Mayer with the ball on the left-hand side. Jones, he's going to shoot a long three. No good. Rebound. Adolphson, and turns and goes to the bucket with a layup. And it's going to be 19-15. Abington over Brown County. Fullerton forces the ball up. Bergman goes to the bucket for a layup and makes it. And so that's 19-16. 3:55 left here in the second quarter. Tinkham brings the ball down for Abington. Gets it down low to Olsen. Nice little layup for him. And it is 21-16. And 9 points for the big man underneath the basket. Buss out to Fullerton. In the corner to Fisher. He drives the lane, pulls up, feeds it in to Smith. Smith's off the board, and that's 21-18. 2 points for Smiths. Is that his first in the ball game?
It is. This game's got a little bit faster than you want it to have.
And Adolphson runs into Bergman and draws the foul. And let's see if they're saying the play.
They're not shots. They're going to say it was on the floor. And he did make the bucket, but instead they're going to go to the free throw line, or Adolphson will. And they're going to say, well, that ball went in. How come you're not going to count it? Well, he called the foul on the floor ahead of time. And I think the official that made the call has got the right call, but let's see if they change it. See if they're going to count the bucket. The three referees are talking here, consulting, talking about what they're going to have for lunch later. But right now they're going to figure out whether this bucket's going to count or not. And what do you want to bet they count it? Now they're going to come back and talk again. Now they're moving the...
get the Abington players, all five of them surrounding.
No, just three. They just wanted to give them a little bit of advice. You know, you always want to do that with an official. It's a 21-18 game with 3:25 left second quarter, and Abington has got it, and they're going to give the ball out of bounds instead of shooting two, and that's what they were talking about. If you're not going to count the bucket, then it wasn't a shot, or you got to count the bucket. Into the ball game comes Wirtz on the Abington side. He'll set down Tinkham on the other side. Hendricker in, and Buss sits down.
And so inbound by Adolphson to Moore. Moore to Wirtz, underneath back to Adolphson, and he bullies his way to the basket, and Hendricker's going to get a foul on that. But Adolphson better watch out because they called that foul on him before. He's good about putting that shoulder down. And
he traveled, quite honestly. That's the key thing, is they need to call the travel in that situation and didn't. Now you're going to see Adolphson go to the free throw line where we thought he was going to be a minute ago. 21-18, 5-point lead's the biggest for Abington. Right now they lead by 4 with the made free throw, and 10 points for Ryan Adolphson in the ball game at the 3:20 mark.
Call your ASC technicians, Doug and Darren Henry, for dealership quality repair and service. Henry Automotive, 773-9066.
Adolphson looking for his 11th point of the game and tying the biggest lead of the ball game, 22-18 on the Cass Communications scoreboard, and Adolphson makes them both. Back to the 5-point bulge for the squad from Abington.
Hendricker will bring the ball into the front court for Brown County. Guarded by Tinkham in the front. Fullerton on the left-hand side with the dribble. Down low to Smith. Smith's going to try to go to the bucket. Up and no good. Rebound Adolphson going back the other way. Tinkham bringing the ball up to Jones. Jones goes in for the layup, guarded by Fisher. No good. Rebound. Finally got by Hendricker and out of bounds, and it should be Abington's ball there. And quite a bit of hustle by everybody on that play to get to that ball.
The size is really making the difference for Abington right now. The thing about Mary is he'll play inside and out. He's a tough matchup when he's outside the arc, and on the other side, they have not found a solution for Ryan Adolphson once they've gotten the ball down low to him, even though you might want to watch his feet and watch him travel a little bit. 2:45 left in the quarter, 23-18, second quarter action with Abington on the lead over Brown County.
Tinkham, top of the key, he's going to shoot a three, and it's all air ball and out of bounds, and it's going to be Brown County's ball going back the other direction.
The only thing Tinkham hit that time was the hardwood on that one. It didn't find iron at all, and Brown County with the light pressure, bringing the ball up the front court. On the other side is Hendricker, 23-18 in favor of Abington. Brown County needs to get a good possession here.
Hendricker to right side to Fisher. Fisher looking for somebody low. Nobody open. Back to the top of the key. Fullerton Fullerton dribbles. Hindeker on the left-hand side. He spins, moves, goes to the bucket, goes in, and makes the shot.
That's a pretty move by Hindeker, and he's got 6.
23-20 with 2:10 left here in the second quarter. As Strews brings the ball into the front court, gives it to Tinkham. Dawson now low in the corner. Back out to front to Mayer. Mayer going to give it back out front to Strews. Strews to Tinkham. Top of the key, that's Mayer. He's been known to pull up for the 3 there. Let's see what happens. Tinkham back in the left-hand side.
They're only 1 for 11.
Jones for 3. No good. Rebounded Dawson. Strong rebound back up with the shot. 25-20. Abington over Brown County. 1:30 left here in the second quarter. Fullerton back into the front court. Goes to the lane. Feeds off to Smits for about a 12-footer there. And it's 25-22 with 1:20 left here in the second quarter.
Got to stop the offensive rebounds for Abington in the putbacks. They are 1 for 12 from three-point land.
Strews to Jones. Jones drives the lane, puts up the short jumper. No good. Rebound Mayer, and he puts it back in for Abington. 27-22 with just a minute left here in the second quarter. Hindeker down on the left-hand side. Drives the lane. Pulls up, throws out to Bergman. Bergman short jumper for Brown County, and it's good.
He's got 12.
And it's 27-24, 48 seconds left in the ball game. Tinkham brings it into the front court.
Second quarter action.
Second quarter, excuse me. Back over to Strews. Strews to Tinkham, back to Jones. And Jones going to set up the offense. Nope, gives it back to Strews to set up the offense. Tinkham, they're going to pull the ball out like we saw yesterday, try to make Brown County come out to man-to-man. And let's see if Brown County bites. Fisher back out on Strews. To Tinkham, back to Strews. Just a little cat and mouse time here. 15 seconds left here in the quarter. Right before halftime, stay tuned for the Prairie Land FS halftime show. And it's Strews. Tinkham over to Mayer. He's going to shoot the three-pointer. No good at the buzzer. And so at halftime, it is Abington 27 and Brown County 24. Stay tuned for the Prairie Land FS halftime show after these messages. Steve Surratt, Jack Holt back with you at bchornetsports.com. You're listening to the Prairie Land FS halftime show, brought to you by your farmer-owned cooperative dedicated to providing all customers with the highest quality products and services. Your local Prairieland FS, 104 West Railroad Street in Mount Sterling. Call 217-773-3911. And the boys may be listening back there at Prairieland FS. Go down there, tell John to turn the ball game on his phone, and get some popcorn and a cup of coffee. I know they've always got popcorn and stuff down there, Jack, for people to go in. And so let's get with the halftime stats. Jack?
Well, it was 10-9 Brown County after one quarter, 27-24 in favor of Abingdon-Avon here at halftime. Abingdon-Avon unofficially has controlled the offensive boards, and that's really been a big difference. Brown County's turned the ball over 7 times, 4 times by Abingdon. Foul situation in the ball game. 1 foul apiece on Jones. That would be Strews, and also on the Dawson so far on the Abington side. On the other side, Smith's. Steve tells us has 2 fouls, Buss with 1, a single foul on Woodward, who's down with that ankle injury. Hendricker has a single foul, along with Fuquay, and a foul on Fullerton. In the ball game, 11 of 27 is Abington, 40%. They are 1 of 12, 8% from the three-point line. If I was their coach, I would suggest they don't shoot quite as many of those. 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 67%. Brown County, 11 of 20 from the floor, 54%, have not shot a 3, and they're 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Brady Bergman leads the way with 12 points, 6 points for Nathan Hendricker, 2 for Tate Fullerton, and 4 for Camden Smith. So on the other side, 3 people in the scoring column. Ryan Adolson with 13, 8 for Caden Mayer, and Caden Jones came in off the bench and put in 6 points. It's a 27-24 lead for Abington here at halftime on the Prairieland FS Halftime Show. Steve's got a few more comments for you before we take the break here at halftime.
Okay, let's talk about the Yingling Innocent Agency offering unparalleled service, competitive quotes to clients throughout the entire state of Illinois and Missouri. Yingling Innocent Agency, 111 West Washington and Mount Sterling. Call 773-3397 or on the web at ynagency.com. We'll be back in a few minutes with Jack to be able to give you that keys to the second half. B&N Trucking is locally owned and operated since 1999 with a family-oriented, family values approach to business. If you need something hauled or want to be part of their team as a driver, owner, operator, call B&N Trucking, 217-289-3555. And visit the Hendricker Funeral Home located 406 South Capitol Avenue in Mount Sterling. Call 773-3362 or on the web at hendrickerfuneralhome.com. We'll take some regular commercial breaks and take a break here. We've got about 5 minutes before they get back on the court for the second half. Again, halftime, and it is Abington 27 and Brown County 24. Brown County had the lead early in the ball game and was down by as many, I believe, as 6 or 7 at one time, and now has fought back within 3. And so we'll talk about that and what needs to go on in the second half after these messages. States Rat Jack Hole back with you in the broadcast. We'll finish that commercial later, but we want to talk about the Yuengling and Nissen keys to the second half for Brown County. It is got to stop the turnovers. Got to stop the turnovers in the ball game. Number one, Jack. Number two, keep taking the quality shots. Get the ball into Bergman and Schmitz, but don't try to make that last finite pass. And they've done less of that today. And keep your big guys out of foul trouble.
Well, I think one of the big things for Brown County is they need to quit taking time off. It's like they got to play the whole quarter. Every once in a while, just for a minute or two, they kind of lose the sync, and then they come storming back. They cannot fall behind by a lot. It takes a lot to get back. Right now, important for them to have a couple good possessions early.
Brown County's ball is going to be Buss at the top for Brown County. The left-hand side to Hindricker on the play. And back out to Bergman. The Buss on the right-hand side. Fullerton's rotated to the top. Back to him. Over to Hindricker on the left-hand side.
Zone defense by Abington right now kind of forcing them to shoot from outside.
Smits goes inside, pushes the shot up. Good job for him and draws the foul. And Adolphson underneath the basket, and that's going to be his second foul. And that's one of the things Brown County has to do. They have to go to the bucket and go to the bucket hard.
Yeah, Adolphson's really on the other end. Steve, turn my headset up just a little bit if you would.
Okay.
Smits puts the first one up, and it's good. Now it's a 2-point game, 27-25 in favor of Abingdon-Avon. Smits comes in, makes another. He's got 5 in the ball game. And another important free throw here. Puts it up, does a nice job, but it rolls out. And the rebound, Bergman almost had it. But instead, Tinkham ends up with it, his second of the ball game.
And Hindricker limping on the play, getting up late. Tinkham back top of the key. Demora, three-pointer. It is good. And it'll be 30-25. 30-25, Abington over Brown County, 7:15 left, third quarter. Buss at the top of the key, guarded by Moore. To Hindricker, seems to be okay now. To Smits on the baseline, shoots it, no good. Rebound is to Strews. Strews down the court to Tinkham. Tinkham gets it down low to Adolphson, and he can't handle the ball. Goes back the other direction. 5 turnovers for them. Bergman with the layup in the lane. Nice feed by Schmitz on that as Brown County transitions really well. 30-27, 6:43 left in the third.
Bergman now with 14 points.
Adolphson, short baseline shot, no good. Rebound's going to be, well, ends up in the hand of Mayer. Mayer going to take a long three. No good and out of bounds.
That time, Buss got the ball, just wasn't aggressive about going and getting the ball as he saw the big man there. You got to sacrifice your body. Quite honestly, Brown County's kind of the walking wounded right now. 10 guys on the team at this point, and a couple of them playing with some ankle problems.
So it's going to be in the front court. It's going to be Buss on the right-hand side. Got his dribble. Looking for the open man. Going to be Fullerton down in the corner. Tries to feed it down to Bergman. Kicked out of bounds by Strews. And it's going to be Brown County's ball on the baseline underneath their basket.
I understand Coach Smith's philosophy, but you got to have somebody to shoot the three to open up the middle a little bit for you, too. Brown County has not attempted one even yet.
Hindricker with the ball on the right-hand side. He'll bring it out front, reset the offense. Buss, right-hand side. Buss cross-courts to Hindricker. Hindricker drives, pulls up, and shoots about a 12-footer. No good. Mayer with the rebound. 30-27, 5:50 in the quarter. Tinkham back out to Mayer. To Tinkham on the right-hand side. He looks at the three. Dribbles back to Mayer, top of the key. To Adolphson, top of the key. Back out to Mayer. He dribbles, goes into the lane, forces the way to the basket. No good. Lots of white shirts there. Mayer gets his own rebound, but is blocked by Smits. Feeds it out to Hindricker, and we're going back the other way. Hindricker drives to the lane, puts up the layup. No good. Everybody going for the ball on that one, and they knock each other down.
Yeah, Smits and Bergman were both fighting for it that time. Now Bergman's a little slow getting up. Now Woodward's going to come back in the game. We haven't seen him since he hurt his ankle in the first quarter. He looks like he's walking pretty good.
Yeah, he looks perfectly fine now, so let's see what happens.
Still got a little limp. Hindricker's going to sit down and take a break. 5:23 left third quarter, 30-27 Abington. And every time Brown County's got a chance to cut it to one or tie the ball game, they just had trouble keeping a hold of the ball.
They get anxious, and it's going to be Strews bringing it in front court. And Jones launches a three, bounces around, no good. Rebound Woodward, and fouled by Mayer. trying to strip him of the basketball.
Mayor's first, team second of the second half. 5:11 left third quarter, 30-27. Nice job by Woodward on the rebound that time. Got position and strong enough to control the basketball. That is so important. 8 offensive rebounds in the first half for Abington. They've already got 2 in the third quarter. Got to do some boxing out on the defensive side for Brown County, too.
Butts to Smits down low. Bergman for about a 10-footer. No good. Rebound Mayer. He's going to take it back the other way. Brings it to Strews on the right-hand side. Heel left-hand side to Jones. Strews on the right-hand side to Mayer, kind of in the corner. To Strews. Back out to Jones. He pops a 3, and that's no good. From behind, Adolphson reaches over the top. And let's see, they're going to end up calling a foul on Camden Smits on that play.
No, they call it on Buss, it looks like.
Did they call it on Buss?
Looks like Buss picks up the foul. That'll be the first against Brown County in the second half.
Down low to Olsen. He's in the lane, turns and shoots. No good. Rebound out of bounds off of Brown County, and nobody could find the handle.
Adolphson with those offensive rebounds, he's got 6 of them in the ball game. That gives him second chance baskets, and you can't give that to this Abington squad. They're not very good from 3, 2 of 16. I'd let them shoot the 3, I think, all day long.
And the ball gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be Abington's ball. Wirtz in the left-hand corner. Back out to Mayer. To Strews. He's going to set up the offense. To Jones on the right-hand side. Dribbles toward the lane. Goes in. Gets a nice pick by Adolphson to get that layup. And it's Abington 32 and Brown County 27. Smits brings the ball down the court for Brown County. Picks up his dribble, throws to Woodward, back out front to Buss. Let's reset the offense, Brown County says. Buss on the right-hand side, and the ball's kicked out of bounds by Strews up into the stands.
Yeah, the kick was off to the right, so it will not count, but we will reset the offense again. You didn't like that, did you?
Nope.
Trying to get you back into the football mode.
Are you? Yep. Well, I got a nice little girl wanted me to say hi to me, little Miriam Miller. Ball underneath to Fullerton, and he can't make the layup. Woodward tries to get the rebound. Fullerton ends up with it. He tries to pass it off. Bergman tries to get it, and it's going to be a tied-up ball, and it's going to be Abington's ball. Adolphson, the big guy, Strongways is in there. I was going to say a while ago when they couldn't find the handle on the ball, Coach Farmer used to tell me it's right next to Rawlings.
Fullerton had the layup, couldn't get it to fall, then had the ball turned over, and that's the 8th turnover on Brown County now, and a 5-point lead for Abington, shooting for their biggest lead of the game at the 3:30 mark of the third quarter.
Strews on the left-hand side, down to Mayer, back to Strews. He's going to drive the lane, try to go for the layup. The layup is no good. Rebound, Adolphson, another offensive rebound for Adolphson. They have to block him out. 34-27, 3:16 left in the third. Smits with the ball, backing his way in on Adolphson. Back out front to Buss. Down to Bergman. Bergman gives and goes to Fullerton. To Smits at the top of the key. 2 points, good. Nice ball control that time. And Fullerton knew he didn't have a shot. With that, we'll take a 30. And it's 34-29. Abington over Brown County in the third with 2:59 on the Cass Communications scoreboard. States right, Jack Holt back with you at Western Hall, where it is Abington 34 and Brown County 29 in boys basketball. Strews brings the ball up for Abington. To Jones, back to Strews. They'll set the offense. Brown County kind of in a switch and man-to-man, it looks like now, and Adolphson just waylays Bergman to the floor, and no call.
I don't understand that. Adolphson's got 2 fouls. That would have been big. It's been his 3rd foul. And maybe they're just going to call it an acting job, but I don't think so. Fullerton will bring the ball up the court. 2:40 left, third quarter, 34-29. Brown County needs a good possession again and get into the offense.
Bus on the left-hand side. Out to Woodward, top of the key. Down low to Smith, looking for the give and go. It's not there. Back out to Bus. To Fullerton in the corner. Feeds down low, and it's kicked by Jones.
Jones with a quick feet that time, and Brown County's Fullerton, the freshman, needs a ball fake out of that. Woodward will inbound the ball on the baseline with 2:23 left, third quarter.
And the kick was wide right. Down low to Bergman, and he can't handle the pass as he's being guarded by Mayer, and another turnover.
The bounce pass was just simply too hard. I mean, it was a good idea for the bounce pass, and you want an aggressive one. It just about hit him in the ankles, and he couldn't control it that time. That's the 9th turnover, second of the second half for Brown County.
And it from the top of the key, that is Strews. Rebound Jones, back out to Strews to Moore to Adolphson in the corner, back out to Moore. Strews, top of the key.
4 offensive rebounds in the quarter.
Moore, three-pointer. Mayer, three-pointer, no good. Adolphson, an offensive rebound, no good, and fouled. And let's see who they give this foul on. 5, that'll be Smith's third foul in the ball game, as the scoreboard says. Jack, it's just not me, the scoreboard saying that.
2 free throws for Adolphson, who's got 7 offensive rebounds, 10 rebounds in the ball game. Misses the first free throw, he'll get another. He had made his last 3 in a row. It's 3 out of 4. Now he's 3 out of 5. 4 out of 7 so far for this squad. Hinderker back in.
Hinderker's back in, and Bergman comes out for a rest.
Yeah, Bergman, Smits, and Hinderker need to get in the game at the same time. 1:54 left in the quarter. 34-29, make it 35-29, and the Dawson's got 16, and a lot of them on those offensive rebound putbacks.
Visit the Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, located 200 Pittsfield Road. Call 773-9123. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Fullerton to Woodward on the right-hand side. Brown County trying to weave something down below. Smith's being guarded by Mayer, and they're going to call foul.
On Mayer. That'll be
Mayer.
his second, third team foul. Both hands on Smith's, and that's always a foul in high school basketball now.
But the shoulder's not. I'll just say that. Fullerton into Hinderker underneath the basket. 2 points for Brown County. 35-31. 4-point deficit here for Brown County. 1:30 left in the quarter. And it looks like Strohs went to the basket and got fouled. And Hinderker, that's going to be his second foul of the ball game.
Nathan's second, team second of the second half. 2 free throws for this squad again. Strews will be at the free throw line looking for his first points of the game. 5 of 8 is Abington. Make them 6 of 9 now as he's got his first point. And it makes it a 36-31 ball game. 1:32 left, third quarter on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Second one up is also good, and Strews has a pair of free throws now.
6-point lead, 37-31. Abington leading this ball game. Smith shoots about a 12-footer, and it goes up over the backboard and will be out of bounds, and will be Abington's ball going back the other way. 1:25 left on the Cass Communications clock. Bergman back into the ball game, and it's going to be Smith's coming out. And they're trying to, I think, to vary who the big men are going to be on, trying to give them rest because they're getting pounded down there, Jack.
Yep. Third quarter action, 1:20 left, third quarter, 6-point ball game. And important for Brown County to get a stop right now.
Strews, top of the key, left-hand side to Tinkham. He thinks about the 3. Back to the top of the key to Strews.
2 of 18 from three-point land for Abington.
And Jones has been the big one shooting the 3, him and Mayer.
Well, they've each one made 1. Now, that makes them big because 2 out of 18 is awful. That's worse than 8%.
And Abington seems to be content just running the ball around here, and Woodward's back, or is that Smith? No, that's Woodward back down again. Hurt on the play, and I think it's that ankle again. And so it's going to be Smith's coming back into the ball game for him. While that's going on, we'll let you know about the Farmers State Bank and Trust Company, located in Mount Sterling, Timewell, and Versailles, also in the Mount Sterling IGA. Member FDIC equal housing lender, as well as some of our other sponsors out there. The Tax season is coming soon. See Larry Dunn Accounting, 443 East Main Street in Mount Sterling. Call 773-3400. Stop by the Brown County State Bank at 101 East Main Street, 773-3327. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. And it looks like they'll take a short time out, and I'll go ahead with these. Moreland and Devitt Pharmacy, located in Rushville, Virginia, Beardstown, and the Mount Sterling location inside the IGA. For refills, call mndpharmacy.com or call them at 773-2020. Call your independent insurance agents, Brad and AJ Cassing, at Ray Insurance, 128 West Main Street in Mount Sterling, 773-3851.
Woodward just tried to come back into early. That ankle's just not ready to go, and I don't know if they taped it up or not, but it is a very sore right ankle on the inside for him.
Dane Flessner thinks I can shoot 2 for 18 or 2 for whatever from three-point land.
I'll take that bet.
And so it's Jones at the top of the key. Back out to Strews. Strews to Tinkham. Tinkham back out to the big man. Adolson out at the top of the key. Mara at the top of the key. Keep those big guys out of the middle. That's fine with Brown County.
Well, they're going to break one of them down low here pretty quick.
And way out almost to the half line is Strews with the ball, guarded by Fullerton with just 9 seconds left here in the third quarter. Mayer, he's going to drive to the bucket and tries to get the layup. I thought he traveled there, and no shot ends up being made. And as we end 3 quarters of the play, it's Abington 37 and Brown County 31. We'll be back after these short messages. Stacer at Jack Hall back with you at Western Hall, where it's starting the fourth quarter, and it's Abington 37 and Brown County 31.
14 of 41 is Abington, 34%. 2 of 18, that's 11%. It's better than 8. And 7 of 10 from the free throw line, 70%. 14 of 28 for Brown County, 50%. 3 or 4 from the free throw line. They just need to get some more shots up. They've had 13 more shots taken by Abington. And Abington has a 6-point lead, Brown County basketball, as we start the fourth quarter.
Jeff Botteroff listening to us from Bloomington, the State Farm Classic. We welcome him on board. Smits with the ball in the lane, tries to make that one extra pass to Bergman, and it goes out of bounds. Had a nice little jumper he could have taken right there, and that's 10 turnovers for Brown County in the ball game.
Yeah, Brown County needs to get the offensive flow going, and they just make that extra pass sometimes, causes a turnover. Not bad on the turnover totals, but just too many right now when they cannot afford to have them. Smits kicks the ball. It'll be ball out of bounds. Abington underneath the basket. 7:42 left in this one, 37-31. Winner plays at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, and the loser goes home.
Mayer out front to Tinkham. Tinkham misses the big man open underneath the basket. Back out front to Tinkham from Strews. Pinnaker guarding him. Out front to Adolson, top of the key, feeds over to Jones for a three-pointer, throws it up, no good, rebound Tinkham, and it's blocked by, I believe, Smits, and then Jones fouls Smits as he turns to try to dribble the basketball. And I'll just let you know, Jack, Dane says he'll take your bet. He believes in me from three-point land.
I don't think either one of you can shoot that well, but that's a second foul on Jones and the fourth team foul. 37-31, Brown County on the attack, and this time Fullerton takes it to the left side to Hendricker. Little Euro dribble there and goes in. He's going to be fouled on the play by one of the Abingdon-Avon players, and it looks like they're going to call it on Tinkham. Another offensive rebound, by the way, by the squad from Abingdon-Avon, and they are building up. Here comes Hendricker, free throw line. 3 or 4 is Brown County. First one up by Hendricker is good. He's got 9 now. Makes it a 5-point game, 37-32 on the Cass Communications scoreboard. And you're going to have to make your free throws and make some other shots. Second one up is also good. And Brown County 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. Double figures for Hendricker now.
Full court pressure by Brown County. Man to man. Hinderker on Tinkham as he brings the ball up in the front court. Gives it over to Jones, left-hand side. Out front to Mayer. Over to Strews. Underneath to the big man, Adolphson. He spins and turns and gets the layup.
He's got 18.
And I see what you're talking with his footwork there. There could be a travel called in there.
Yeah, he moves them pretty quickly back and forth there.
Buss brings it into the front court for Brown County to Hinderker on the right-hand side. Little picking and rolling underneath for Brown County, trying to get a man open under the bucket. Hinderker pulls up for about the 3-footer. No good. Rebound. Tinkham gets it to Jones on the left-hand side. They've got the ball coming up the other way. Jones drives back into the lane, and a foul's going to be called. And it's going to be a 2-shot foul.
Hinderker's going to be called for the foul, his team third. I don't know how they came up with him shooting in that situation. He was trying to pass the ball, but he'll get a pair of free throws. Will Jones, who has 8 points in the game. First one is up and off the front of the rim, no good. 39-33, 6:24 left. He did not make that, correct?
No, he did not make that.
And Bryan County wants to check a man into the game. Fisher comes in. Hinderker sits down. He's been fighting a little bit of an ankle problem, too. 6:24 left. Bryan County could be trailing by 7, but the free throw's no good. And then
Adolphson over the back of Smits.
Yeah.
Now, how a 6'4 guy can go over the back of a 6'2 guy?
He can because they didn't box out well enough, and he was able to reach over him. And you tried to stay too low. You got to keep your body up. Adolphson makes the shot. He's got 20. He'll get the and one, and it's the foul on Smits. It is, and it's his 4th. You box out, but you've also got to stay upright to keep the guy back off the basket. Misses a free throw, and a rebound comes off to Bergman.
Nope, Fisher.
Bryan County's just given too many second-chance baskets for this squad from Abington.
Smits with a short 10-footer, and it's good, 41-35, and it'll be a timeout. We'll be back with 6 minutes, 6:08 left here in the fourth quarter. Abington 41, Brown County 35. Steve's right. Jack Holt back with you. Fourth quarter action, 6:08 left. Abington 41, Brown County 35. Ball inbounded to Dawson and into Strohs, and he's still in the backcourt. He's guarded by Fullerton as he crosses the half line. The right-hand side to Jones. Out to Mayer, top of the key. Down low to Dawson. He drives to the basket. Layup, no good. Rebound is by Bergman. Going back the other way. Bust down to Fisher. Fisher looking for somebody low. Nobody there. Bust from three-point land. No good. And you saw why Dawson gets a lot of rebounds. He boxes out really well on the play. Mayer on the right-hand side. He dribbles toward the lane. Pulls up. Back out front to Jones. Tinkham on the left side. Drives to the bucket. Feeds off to Dawson. Wide open. Nice passing there by Abington. 5:19 left in the fourth, 43-35. Brown County the other direction. Smits goes to the bucket and draws a foul from Mayer with 5:15 left on the clock on your Cast Communication scoreboard.
You know, I know this team's trying to get to know each other a little bit, but you got to be more focused on what's going to happen on the next play than finding each other for a high five right now. And I know that becomes the tradition, but you're down by 8, and you really got to make some things happen. 5:15 left in the ball game. Smith puts the first one up, and it's good. He's got 10 in the ball game, double figures, third man in double figures for the squad. Bergman, Hinderker, and Smith. It's a 43-36 ball game, and Brown County's had a couple games here that I think were probably pretty winnable for them. Second one, no good, and the rebound comes off to Mayer the other way, and the two big men have really piled up the rebounds today.
Tinkham brings the ball into the front court for Abington. The Mayor on the left-hand side. He brings it out toward the top of the key. Tinkham on the right side, down low to Dawson, feeds it into Mayer in the lane, and there's going to be a, what are they calling this?
Offensive foul on Mayer, I do believe. It's going to be the 7th turnover. It's going to be Mayer's 4th foul. I know it's late in the ball game, but boy, it'd be good to get him out because he takes care of the basketball for this squad. So you got to go right at him. Find him right now with Brady Bergman, get him the ball, and see if he can draw that 5th foul on Mayer right now. Smith's on the other side playing with 4. And I think he's been really aggressive on Adolphson, playing with 4 fouls and still in the ball game. But let's see whose scorer fouls out first here. That could be a real key in this one. It's a 43-36 ball game, a 7-point lead, and Brown County needs a bucket on each strip down the court.
Smits needs to back the trailer up under Adolphson while the ball's in the air, so it looks like he's coming down on his back. Smits down low with the ball. Adolphson on him. Tries to turn, throws it out to Buss. Buss going to drive the lane. Nothing there. Comes back out front to Hindeker on the left-hand side. To Fullerton, down low to Bergman. To Smits at the free throw line for a jumper. No good, and the ball's going to be out of bounds off of Abington, off of Strews, and it'll be Brown County's ball under the basket. Let's see if they can take advantage of that, Jack.
Bergman had the ball down low with Mayer on him and instead gave up the shot to Smits. I just assumed Bergman would have took that shot.
And they're going to call number 5 on Mayer, and he's going to be out of the ball game. He's had hands all over people.
That's what you had to do, is you got to get that guy out because he's not only a rebounder, but he's their best ball handler, quite honestly. And Mayer, who's got 11 points in the game, is going to foul out with 4:31 left. I couldn't believe his coach left him in the game in that situation. Brown County on the other side is really short of players. They don't have a choice. Bergman will shoot the one in bonus. 43-36, 4:31 left. Bergman eyes the bucket, puts it up with the right hand, and it's good. You got to have every one of these. Bergman with 15 points in the day, and it's got to be one of his best offensive outputs, I would think, of the season. 7 of 10 now for Brown County as they shoot their 11th free throw of the ball game. They're down by 6. He can make it a 5-point game with this free throw. Bends it, puts it up. Also good. Bergman doing a good job. He's got 16.
6-point ball game, 4:30 left in the clock, and timeout. Abington. Yep, 4:30 left here in the fourth quarter. 43-38. We'll be back after these messages. Stacey Wright, Jack Holt back with you at Western Hall where it's fourth quarter action. 4:31 left on the clock in the fourth quarter. 43-38, 5-point deficit for Brown County in this ball game. They've been putting man-to-man pressure as the ball comes inbounds. We have Smits, Bergman, Fullerton, Buss, and Hindeker in the ball game for Brown County. On the other side, it's Tinkham, Strews, Jones, Ennis, and the big man, Adolphson, in the ball game for Abington. Ball inbounded by Tinkham to the big man, Adolphson. Gives it to Strews. It's going to be 2-on-1. Ball fed down low to Ennis. Bucket no good. Rebound Adolphson, and it's good, and he knocks Bergman to the ground, and it's going to be a foul on Brown County. And you just kind of have to look at how he moves his feet. Jack says, you know, he watches his feet, he travels, but he's good with that shoulder.
Yeah, the other thing is he had another offensive rebound. I mean, you got to box out, guys. 45-38, and he makes the and one, and now he's got 25 points, 8 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive rebounds, a double-double.
Bergman underneath the basket for Brown County. The layup is up and no good. Foul on the play.
Ennis is going to pick it up, his first. And the 19th foul, so a 1-and-1 for Bergman again, who was a perfect 2 for 2 just moments ago. Has 16 points in the ball game. 46-38, 8-point game. And now, hurt on the play was Ennis. I guess he fouled him with his face. I don't know. He's going out of the game, and into the ball game comes Zach Wirtz.
I think he hit his head. someplace. He's a little woozy there.
4:14 left in this one. Brown County needs to make it helter-skelter right now. Bergman needs the free throws first. He'll put the first one up. And it's no good. He'll get another. He's 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. 16 points on the day. 46-38. Central Illinois Sports will have the Pittsfield game coming up next. BC Hornet Sports bringing you this Brown County contest. Bergman with the second, 17 for him on the day, and it is a 7-point game.
Inbound to Dawson, back over to Tinkham to bring it up against Henniker. Just a little more than 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
1-1 if Brown County fouls the next time, so they can put Abington at the free throw line trailing by 7. They probably need to consider that soon.
Wirtz back out to Strews, guarded by Fullerton. Fullerton being a pest out there. Strews pushes off and gets the ball away. Back out to Tinkham. Corner to Jones. He's being guarded by Buss real close. And Brown County's putting some pressure on. Jones goes to the lane, feeds off to Adolson. They know that as soon as they come to him, that Adolson's going to be open. He misses the layup, and he gets fouled in the process.
Well, the other thing about Buss is he was playing a tough defense with his hands, but his feet were crossing that time. He needs to be able to do that little step across and keep his feet in the right direction. Adolson now back to the free throw line.
And the basket counted. It did go in.
It didn't go in.
It didn't?
No.
Okay.
No, it did not go
in.
in.
I thought they said basket good.
No, 26 now as he makes the free throw for Adolson, and it makes it an 8-point game. He can make it a 9-point lead here, and he makes them both. 27 for him. He'll make the all-tournament team playing like that.
48-39, 3:35 left on the Cass Communications scoreboard clock. Henniker right-hand side to Buss, left-hand side. Fullerton in the corner, feeds down low to Bergman. Bergman with the big man on him at Dawson, back out to Buss. Henniker on the right side. Fullerton now on the right side. Bergman top of the key, tries to feed it down low and thread the needle, and it's stolen by Strohs on the loose ball. And we're in double digits, and Henniker blocks Wirtz's shot from the backside.
Well, Brown County being very patient on offense when they're down by 9. Now they need to shoot the ball a little bit quicker. And, they're down by 9, and now they've given the ball up on a turnover. They're 11th.
Dawson in the lane. Looked like double dribble there, but no call.
You know why it looked like double dribble, Steve?
Why?
Because it was double dribble, but they didn't call it. 29 points for Dawson.
Buss back into the front court. And it's going to be, what have we got, a foul?
I think they're going to call a foul on Wirtz. Let's take a look. Nope.
It's going to be Strews with the foul. How many is that on him?
Double bonus. Just Strews, let's see, they haven't put it up on the board yet. They say, there we go, his first. That's what I thought. Double bonus situation, and Smith's at the free throw line. He is 2 for 4 on the day. First one up by Smith is good.
Helen of Mount Sterling is a proud sponsor of this broadcast of the Brown County Hornet Sports. Call them at 653-0465 for Helena Chemical.
Second one up is no good. 1 out of 2 is not what you got to have. You got to be able to make more than that.
Tinkham with the rebound. Strohs pushes it up the court. Wirtz in the lane. No good. And what are they calling? A foul here on Smits, and that'll be 5 for him.
Yep, Smith's going to foul out of the ball game. Talk to Camden afterwards here. That's not what you want to do, is show that much emotion in that situation. Yeah, I know you're frustrated, but you just got to stay in the focus of the game, keep your head up, and get ready to play whatever comes in front of you the next time.
Wirtz to the line.
First one up for Wirtz is no good. Yes, it is. It rolled around, hit every corner of the rim, and he's got his first point of the day.
That's like you call that in horse. It's got to hit the rim like 12 times.
I guess. 51-40, 2:46 left. Looks like Abington's going to move on to the next round here if they can keep making free throws, and Wirtz makes them both.
Ball inbounded to Fullerton. 52-40, 2:43 left here in the fourth quarter. Abington over Brown County in boys basketball on bchornetsports.com. Buss at the top of the key. Guarded by Wirtz. Down low to Bergman. He's going to take about a 12-footer, and it's good. 2:28 left on the clock. 52-42, 10-point ball game. Big man Adolson ends up with the ball, left-hand side of the key. Trying to get it back to one of the little guys. Gets it back to Strews. Back to Tinkham. Back out front to Wirtz, guarded by Buss. He'll drive the right side, and they're going to call a foul on Buss. They wanted to not let any more time go off the clock.
His third, team foul number 9, so a 1-and-1 situation.
And
Wirtz, who's 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 52-42. Bergman made his 19th point of the game just moments ago. 12 of 17 is this squad from Abingdon. Wirtz puts the first one up, and he'll get the bonus as he makes the first. He's got 3 all from the charity stripe.
York Tire, 773, 3947, located at 501 East Main Street in Mount Sterling behind the FS Fast Stop.
Second one up by Wirtz in the reserve role is also good. And, boy, your coach is going to like it when you can come in and make those free throws.
And so Fullerton pushes the ball up the floor for Brown County. Let's see what happens here. Buss back to start the offense. Over to Fisher on the right-hand side. Nobody low. They got Bergman at the foul line. He tries to force the ball into Hindeker, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Abingdon, off of Jones, and it'll be Brown County's ball. Again, they're trying to thread that needle, and they just need to take good quality shots. And it looks like Fuquay and Bryce Bergman and Gabe Blakely coming in the ball game as looks like Buss, Brady Bergman, and Hindeker come out of the ball game with 1:52 left, 12-point deficit for Brown County. And Fullerton puts the ball off at Jones back out of bounds because he couldn't find anybody inbounds. Well, they'll try this all over again. Finally gets it, and the pass is intercepted by Adolphson, and it's back the other way. Stroh's bringing up the ball for Abingdon. Right-hand side to Wirtz. Wirtz back out front to Tinkham. Tinkham with the dribble on the right-hand side, guarded by Blakely. Over to Adolphson on the right side. To Strews on the right-hand side. And a foul. No, he stepped out of bounds. I thought it was going to be a foul there for a minute on Fullerton, and he stepped out of bounds with his dribble.
8th turnover against Abingdon on the day, against 12 on the other side. Adolphson sits down along with Tinkham and Strews and some others and some new guys in here.
So Jones and Wirtz in the ball game, Meadows in the ball game, Hecox in the ball game. Just a plethora of people. And on the right-hand side, that's Bergman. That'd be Bryce. Gives it to Blakely. Short jumper, no good. Gets his own, tries to get his rebound. Does. Gives it back to Fullerton. Down low to Fuquay. Nice turnaround jumper by Chance Fuquay. 54-44. Abingdon over Brown County. Brown County's subs playing hard here. Want to get the ball from Wirtz. They do. Bryce Bergman brings the ball back down the other way. The layup is up and no good. Rebound, Chance Fuquay, and he's fouled from behind by Jones with 52 seconds left here in the ball game. 54-44 on the Cass Communications scoreboard clock.
Fuquay with his first 2 points moments ago. 52.5 seconds left. 54-44. Abingdon-Avon on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Fuquay will try to add to his point total. First one up by him is in and out, no good. And the free throw woes of Brown County continue here. They're 10 of 15 on the day. Not bad today, but you got to get that up about 70-75%. Fuquay misses a second, but the rebound comes back to Brown County.
Blakely gets a rebound. Fuquay with the rebound, backing up. Nice rebounding on the offensive side of the board. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Brown County's ball. 54-46 with 44 seconds left on the clock. And Fullerton inbounds the ball. And it ends up in Wirtz's hands as Fuquay can't get to it. And we're going back toward Abingdon. Wirtz down over to, I believe, Hecox. Hecox gets in the lane, and he gets fouled by Chance Fuquay. 32 seconds left here in the ball game, 54-46. Abingdon over Brown County. And as Jack said, Abingdon will continue in the tournament. They'll play Saturday across the street at the other gymnasium Saturday morning. And Brown County will be done in this tournament. And you were talking, Brown County has had not really good luck up here in this tournament.
Well, they've
had
some bad draws. They've had some pretty competitive games too. By the way, I want to tell you, Hecox did make the first, puts the second one up. It's also good. But, you got to win whoever's in front of you. That's your job.
And Fullerton brings the ball up to court, goes in, and gets fouled by Wirtz, I believe, going to the bucket.
They're going to count the bucket for Fullerton. That's going to be his 4th point of the day.
Nope. Jones, they called it on, and his 4th foul of the ball game.
Makes it 56-48, 26.5 seconds left. Fullerton trying to get the and one here, puts it up, and it's good. He's got 5 on the day.
Stay tuned for the Casting Lumber postgame show and the McKay Napa Auto Parts Napa Know-How Award. Bringing the ball up is Meadows, and he gets fouled by Bryce Bergman, and that'll be his first of the ball game, I believe.
I know it's a 7-point game, and the young guys that are in there right now want to win, but quite honestly, stop fouling. Really no reason to foul at this point of the game. Double bonus situation. Meadows will go to the free throw line looking for his first point. Puts the first one up, and those guys off the bench are making some free throws right now. They're about 6 for 6, and it makes it 57-49.
That's the only way you can get your name in the book if you're that far down on the bench, Jack.
Yeah, second one up is also good by Meadows. He has 2.
58-49, 19 seconds left here in the 4th quarter on the Cass Communications scoreboard. Down low to Fuqua. He shoots the short jumper, and it's up and good. And 4 points for Chance Fuqua.
He's got 6, actually.
6. Ball inbounded. Meadows with the ball. Double team, full court pressure for Brown County with 2 seconds left here in the ball game, and this ball game's over as it goes out of bounds just as time goes out. Final score, 58-51, Abington over Brown County. We'll do a quick postgame show as we've been using Central Illinois Sports as equipment here. We want to thank them for being here. Jack Hall being here to help us. Jack, appreciate the help during the ball games. He's working on the stats pretty quick. We'll take a quick station break, and then we'll be back with you with the postgame stats.
Final score in the ball game, 58-51. Abington moves on to 9 o'clock on Saturday morning at Brophy Hall. They'll play the winner of this next contest. It was 10-9 Brown County after 1 quarter, 27-24 Abington at the end of the half, 37-31 after 3 quarters, 58-51 at the end. Brown County 20 of 39, 51.3%, 0 of 1 from the arc, 11 for 17 from the free throw line, 65%, 19 for Brady Berkman on the day, 11 from Camden Smith, 10 from Nathan Hendricker. Also in the ball game, 5 late points for Fullerton and 6 for Fuqua to end the scoring. 29 points along with 15 rebounds for Ryan Adolson, and 9 of those were from the offensive side. 8 for Mayer, 2 points for Graham Strews, 2 for Drew Hickox. Also Meadows had 2 from the free throw line, 4 from Wirtz, and 8 from Caden Jones in the contest. No doubt about it, Ryan Adolson is going to be your player of the game for Abington, and on the other side, Brady Berkman did it for Brown County.
That is the McKay Napa Auto Parts Napa Know-How Award. It's the player of the game that brought to you by McKay Napa Auto Parts of Mount Sterling. We want to thank them for that. You've been listening to the Casting Lumber postgame show. Hometown family-owned lumber and hardware store can help you start or finish any job you have, inside, outside, big or small. Stop by and see how they can help you get the job done, supporting hometown schools and families for 45 years. Casting Lumber Company, Route 99 South Mount Sterling, 773-2611. Want to thank Jack Hall. Want to thank Charlie Hall for letting us use most of their equipment to do the broadcast, not having to set up things. Want to appreciate my wife for driving up here with me today. Without her support, we couldn't do this. Game number 112 for BC Hornet Sports, and we're thankful for that. And with that, this is Steve Surratt, Jack Hall from BCHornetsports.com, your source for Brown County sports. Thanks for listening.